Onyx did a all shields run earlier today, and now I'm gonna do a 100% run. So 100% run is a lot longer. There are a lot more things that can go quite wrong. So I made a deal with myself to try to motivate myself to get some of these tricky things. There are two things that kind of make or break this run. There is a enemy that we need to kill with a particular spell a certain number of times. So we have to kill a Scroot 5 times with Ducklifors. So every time that I fail to do that, I'm going to donate $10 to the marathon. And then we need to use Extremos a lot in this run. So every time I waste Extremos, I'm going to donate $5 as well. And we'll see what we're at the end of the run. Yeah, I guess we're just going to jump right into it, and I'll explain things as we go. So, we're going to start time in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so first things first, 100% requirements. There are 3 main things we need to do. We need to, first of all, we need to get gold ratings on every trial and all of Moody's challenges. So there's first, second, third task, we need to get a gold on all those. And there are 5 Moody's challenges. We need to get a gold on all 5 of them. Then we also need to get all 38 of the Tri-Wizard shields throughout the game. Just like all shields, but yeah. Both of those are pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. The most difficult, most time-consuming, most taxing one is we have to unlock and purchase every card in the game. And there's a lot of things that we have to do to get that to happen. So one set of cards are the vanishing cards. There's one of these that appears in each of the 5 main areas of the game and in Moody's challenges. And after a certain amount of time of being spawned, they will vanish. So they're like, you have to do basically time trials through the levels to collect these cards. I need to collect all 5 of those. Then each level in the game also has a collectible. Has 2 different kinds of collectibles scattered around. I need to get all of those. That gets me the next 2 sets. There are 5 different kinds of enemies in this game. I need to kill each of them with every possible spell. That gets me the 3rd set. Let me focus on this quickly. I want to try to get something here. Okay. The last one is there's a bunch of cards that we can purchase throughout the game that get unlocked as we go along. These cards are unlocked by mastering different spells. So each of the jinxes and charms that we can perform, or each of the charms that we learn throughout the game, by using them over and over again, we can slowly master them. And then each of the attacks that we can hit enemies with, by killing those enemies over and over again, we can master them as well. And we need to master every single spell in order to unlock all of the cards. That is the thing that takes the longest in this game. Yeah, there's going to be some pretty lengthy sections where we just basically enter and redo a level over and over again to master certain spells. I have the wrong splits open. Okay, I was gonna try to do this with splits just to help me with the route, but I should be fine. Okay. So, each different kind of jinx, we need to use them a different number of times in order to fully master the spell. Some of them take much more than the others. Maleforce, for example, takes about 75 casts in order to master, while Ducklifors only takes 5. The difference is there's a lot of enemies scattered around the game where the enemies that you can use Maleforce on are very plentiful, and the enemies that you can use Ducklifors on are very, very scarce and difficult to do it on. One thing that can help us speed it up is if you look at the bottom left of the screen, there is a bar that will fill up slowly as I collect blue beans. This gives me, once this fills up, I can activate a state called the Magicus Extremos, which gives me powered up spells for a short amount of time. And every time that I kill an enemy with a Jinx, it'll count triple for the mastery instead of just one. So I'm just going to sit here for a second trying to grind up a bit to get the Extremos bar up to a better number, and these guys are not cooperating. I guess we'll go with that. Doxies are the worst. Thankfully, they aren't in this game. There are Mosps, but those are, I would agree, those are probably the worst. They're very quick to master. There's basically a... when we're trying to master Mosps, there's a way that we can basically permanently stay in Extremos just for Moss, which makes things really nice. We don't get that luxury with the other ones. Okay. So in this area, we get introduced to... Oh, I guess I'll explain that when we get there.
And remember, constant vigilance. Now, to put the fires out, you'll need to use Aqua Erupto.
So most of the charms are pretty easy to max out. Aqua Erupto is the one exception. We have to get a lot of extra casts in order to get anywhere close. Combined casts give a little bit extra mastery. Not a ton, but enough that it's good to try to get them.
Nicely done.
So whenever I can, I'll be going for combined casts.
Very good.
Okay, that should get me to Extremos. Cool.
Ron, are you all right? I think so.
And then, yeah, in this game, and then of course, everything that would apply in any percent or all shields run will still apply in 100%.
You should remember.
You want to kill, you want to, anytime you have to, like, cast at something with multiple characters, you want to wait until, both of the AI are standing right next to you before you start casting. Otherwise, it'll take them a really long time to come kill it. So yeah, salamanders are the one thing in the game that take the absolute longest to master. So any time that I can use Extremos to speed up those kills is really helpful. So ideally I'll be using Extremos twice in this level alone on salamanders. Depends on if I get lucky with how beans come out in this next part. Oops. I'm supposed to do this
Very
first.
good, Granger. I was hoping you'd remember.
Oh my god, I'm hitting the salamander. Wondered why it was taking so long. I'm still hitting the salamander. No, I'm not. Okay. Come on. So anytime that I come across salamanders, usually I want to wait the fires that the salamanders are standing on will continue to spawn salamanders for a decent chunk of time.
You recall
there's a certain number of salamanders that can pop out of every hole. So, I want to try to maximize that wherever I can. That fire that we just went past, though, only one can ever spawn from that. That's not good. That Aqua Snipe, that was either Ron or Hermione casting from further down the tower. They can just kind of do that. They can cast on things that you can't possibly cast at. It's very convenient in some spots. It saves us a lot of hassle. Okay, so right here, if they throw these rocks at salamanders, it kind of just, it kills them immediately and I don't get any mastery from it, so I'm just going to throw them off the tower. It's going to lose a bit of time, but it's going to ensure that I can get some better kills. Once this next one spawns, I'm going to use Extremos. Hey, it's not working. That... Well, that's $5. That was good and wasted.
Excellent. Now, retrieve the shield.
I thought 8 came out of those, but only 6 do. Okay, so Hogwarts exterior. First things first. The game just crashed. I'm locked out. Come on, dude. Yep, so this game can randomly crash. It sucks every time it happens. It's not really avoidable. Usually if you alt-tab quickly enough you can kind of help, but yeah. If you alt-tab you can keep the game from locking you out, but didn't work that time. Oh well, that happens. That's HP4. Thankfully, this game autosaves, and most of the crashes happen when you're entering a level. So, yeah, first vanishing card is right at the beginning of this level. We're gonna grab it before we do anything else.
And there are still several shields to collect.
Not exactly.
And there are still several shields to collect. Yeah. There is a glitch that can happen with those vanishing cards. It's fairly uncommon. Used to happen to me. I've had it happen to me a couple of times. If you grab the a vanishing card right as it's about to vanish, the game can glitch. It'll despawn the card permanently, as if you had just collected it, but it won't go into your inventory. And it can make the game completely impossible to 100%. It's happened to a few of us. If I collect the cards fast enough, it shouldn't be a concern, but it's still something I have to be careful of. Thanks for the donation, Conception. Can't read it at the moment. I don't have them visible, but thank you anyways. So as I mentioned, each level has 2 collectibles with air quotes that you have to collect with air quotes. Every level has a set of dragons that you need to cast at, and then it has one extra thing that you have to cast at. So there's 5 dragons in this level, and then there are 5 little like eye statues that I need to hit in this level. And if I get all 10 of those, it'll give me 2 cards, which will get me closer to 100%. And they're all kind of just spread out around the level, so there's pretty much every time I go into a level, there's an extra 1 or 2 that I'll be grabbing. This block, we can actually grab from down here if we stand in the right spot and look in the right direction. This lets us move the block in 1 cast and saves a bunch of time from like climbing up. Oh, I have to move that. We're gonna kill this salamander just because salamanders are hard to come by. I'm gonna try just smacking this once. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Sometimes it will, but...
Back again, eh? And there are still several shields
Okay.
to collect.
There's a mini shield just sitting right there that we can grab. Now we're going to do another trick that's pretty standard in any percent and in all shields. We're going to get ready for block skip here. And I'll try to explain like the intended strat and how we differ once we get there. Yeah, every time that you see me just kind of standing around waiting to move a block, that is very intentional. If I just walk up to a block and start casting at it, the other 2 AI will take longer than normal to start casting at it. It's better to wait for them to run up. They move faster while they're off screen than they do. Yeah, they move faster while they're off screen or while they're far away. Doesn't matter who I use. In some circumstances, right now I'm using Harry because he's the first person on the list. I'll be switching to Ron for a very significant portion of the run in a minute, and I'll be using Hermione for a good chunk as well. So I basically use Ron when I need extra attack power. I use Hermione when I need to get mastery, and then Harry whenever it doesn't matter who I choose. That block tipped over and I am mad because it's costing me a bunch of time. Yeah, so block skip. If you look up to the top, like left of the screen, there's a little block sitting there. So what the game wants us to do is it wants us to take this block that I'm climbing onto. I just jumped off it. This sucks. It wants us to bring it over to the left side of the screen, climb up, put out the fire to the left of us. This is awful. Pull down a bridge, grab the other block, bring it down, all to get that shield to the top right of us. But if we stand in just like the right position, we can get ourselves and the block on the ledge at the same time. I can get this mini just by standing in the right spot and casting Axio. There's a dragon back there I need to hit, and that's the end of that level. So now, for the next few levels, I'm going to be using Ron. There's a bunch of cards that I can buy to hit for him really early on that raise his attack power. So now he has higher attack power than usual, and that'll speed up Forest a lot. So anytime I need to kill things, I'll be using Ron. This shield, mini shield's a little finicky. You kind of just gotta wiggle it around until it makes its way through the 2 rocks. I'm gonna shoot this, run over here, try to hit this, and make it back. I goofed up. I second guessed myself. I didn't think I hit it. Get out of there, Hermione. It just needs to break, so I don't care if it hits them, but I need to be able to cast at it. That's too far. That worked. Okay. Come on. So anytime that I try to kill Dugbogs in this first part, you'll see me stun them and then lift them. That lets me use Avifors. It's the hardest spell to get with Dugbogs, so I want to get as many of those out of the way as possible. That's... shoot. Okay. Them dropping rocks on Dugbogs is really bad. It completely wastes everything. I don't get any mastery for it, so want to make sure that they don't do that. I just hit myself with the rock because I didn't realize. Oh boy, this is going splendidly. Actually possible to get this shield without destroying the Boobotubers, but it's ridiculously finicky. Thanks, Mike. We're gonna put out these fires just because they're right in front of us. And then even though we've destroyed all these fires, we can still get... Uh-oh. Fucking hell. Okay, never mind. You can skip all of these fires in this section if you just, need to get 2 of these. If you run fast enough and don't get interrupted, you can just walk straight past those fires. You can like damage boost past them, but the Dugbog got in my way, so I couldn't get it. So that's losing a bit of time. It's fine. These Dugbogs will follow me, but they'll turn around right at the last second. I have way more trouble on that with that shot than most people seem to. I have a hard time with it. Okay, I hope I can get this to go smoothly. I'm gonna run over to the side here. There's a collectible I need to hit. And when I run over to grab this, that'll give time for an extra set of salamanders to spawn. You can have 4 salamanders spawned at the same time. Now I can use Extremos. Cool, that went pretty well. Now I need Extremos to wear off so that I can start grabbing more bloom beans, because I'd like to use it again in this level if I can. It's asking for a bit much, but it'll help a lot in the long run. I don't think I'm gonna get there, though. That'll be fine. I'm gonna put out all these fires though, that should help a bit. Hopefully get a couple extra blue beans. The blue beans in this level that are just already sitting on the ground, they don't actually count towards Extremos for some reason. Nobody really knows why. The game just doesn't treat them like they usually do. In all of the other levels, when blue beans are just sitting on the ground, they count just fine, but here, who knows? Gotta remember to grab this mushroom. So, Hogwarts exterior has the eye statues. This level has mushrooms that we need to collect. I don't have enough, that's fine. Okay, so this is the first scary part of this run. There are, I think, 8 or 9 blast-ended Scroots that we'll be killing in this run. Oh my god. Nope, nope, stop. That's cool. That's 1 failed Ducklifors and 1 wasted Extremos. Okay, so there's a bunch of different ways that we can use spells on enemies, and it all depends on basically when do we start casting charms at enemies. So casting a charm on an enemy in its just default state and then jinxing it, and casting a charm after an enemy's been stunned and then jinxing it give different results. They use different spells. Blast-ended Scroots are the least common enemy in the game. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them in the entire game. 3 of them can only be fought once. 2 of them can only be killed with a single type of spell. And we need to kill 5 Scroots with the spell Ducklifors. That requires us to cast Aqua Eructo at them while they're stunned, or while they're spewing fire, and then jinx them. So I tried to use it there. We want to get them out of the way as quickly as possible, because they can be a huge time sink if you can't get them. And I missed. I will also be trying to get one of them with Extremos, because that means I can get it in only 3 casts instead of 5. But it's still tricky. Good morning. Well, basically still evening for me, but good morning to you. But yeah, Ducklifors is one of the big choke points of this run. It is... You can get it super quickly, super cleanly, or it can take an hour to get if you're really unlucky. First task is pretty simple, there's not much we have to do. Just get blue rings, get red rings where you can. Try not to take damage. And that gets us a gold. Okay, and we're gonna go back in and take another crack at Ducklifors. Let's get the block first. This is what most people consider to be the worst shield in the game. Come on. There we go. That gets us our second vanishing card. These guys I'm just gonna kill normally. Oh, I guess I'm getting HP4s on that one. Please don't hit her. That's fine. Cool. And then they love to get stuck here. So I'm gonna push Harry out of the way. No, I'm stuck here. Harry, get back here. Come on, get off the... Okay, that worked. What are you doing? The AI is not the most helpful in this game. Oh, come on. That's really bad for her to be stuck there. I need to get her off screen to get past that, and I don't know if I can do that. Get off of the thing. Come on. Okay, that was really slow, but we got it. Now we're gonna go take one more crack at the Scroot, and hopefully we get it this time. The number under the life. So what's the bottom number? That's the number of beans that we've collected. Doesn't really matter how many we collect in this game. It's basically impossible to collect too few. We need to buy a bunch of cards with them, but we'll have more than enough. Each character has their own, like, amount of beans. But yeah, they get spread out pretty evenly throughout the run. It won't be much of a concern. We get 50 just for completing a level, so that's not gonna work. I need another shot. Shoot, they spawned. Are you kidding me? If you go too far down in this area, these guys will spawn, and it's a pain. That should work. Another mushroom here. 4, I'm just missing the one by the dragon. Okay, so I want this guy to dash into a wall. He did not make it. Stop, Hermione. Yep, keep doing that, keep doing that. Cool. That is huge. So that gets me 3 of the 5 Ducklifors casts I need. I'll just skip that. I need to get that dragon later. So yeah, you need to stun a Scroot, then cast a charm at it, and then cast Jinxes at it. We'll do this now.
Back again, eh? And there are still several shields to collect.
probably shouldn't be doing... Oh, did I get this? Yeah, I got that.
Guardium Leviosa. Sure, I like things high up. That cauldron exploded.
Lost my train of thought.
Must be the puff.
Yeah, getting Extremos on Scroots is super important. If I can get... Technically, I haven't wasted any casts on Scroots. I can still get it in, like, the minimum number. If I can get, Extremos Ducklifords on one of the Scroots later on, then I can skip one entirely. We have one more than we need. But the one that I have to do it on is tricky.
Guys, a loon. This isn't a challenge, it's a nightmare.
Again, casting Aquaructo on things more than we really need to, just because, or more than it would appear we need to, just because we need to get a lot of Aquaructo casts to master it. Grabbing this dragon so that we can get the salamanders closer together. And more of them spawned. Whoops. That's not as good of... Oh, there's one more. There's two more. Come on, kill it. Fast, please, please, please. Okay. I wasn't even hitting it. That's fine. I need to break this pillar, so Hermione's wasting her time. Okay. I'm not sure what I was just talking about. Whatever.
Watch out!
I'm probably saying a lot of nonsense. Okay, so now we're going to take down the first batch of Moody's challenges. There's 3 different challenges we're going to get now. And this is also going to be our first mastery grinding. I goofed up. I'll fix it. I need to buy cards before I do mastery grinding, so I'm just gonna get the regular, try to get the gold now, and then I'll come back to do grinding. That being said, this is already not going well. This is bad. Stunning things. We need to stun Dugbogs in order to get Avifor's kills. And that can be a little tricky with Ron because he deals a little bit too much damage. Please.
Guardium Leviosa. Guardium Leviosa.
I don't think I'm gonna get gold. I think this is a complete waste. Yeah, that was a silver. That was awful. I guess we got some Avafor's mastery out of the way, but yeah, I need to buy cards before I go back in. That was bad. And then, what? Where are they? And then Hermione's cards. We buy 1 Extremos from this page and 2 from this page. And now that we've bought 3 of Hermione's cards, we're going to immediately replace one of them. Okay, yeah, so we want to do as much of the mastery with Hermione as we can, because I entered the wrong level. Jesus. Having a hard time with this. Explaining stuff while playing this game. It's okay. This run's still fine. Okay, so if we come in here with Hermione as a lead, we have slightly weaker spells, which makes it a lot easier to stun enemies. Which is important for a lot of mastery. And then Ron and Harry have stronger spells. So they have a much easier time pulling off Avaphors and all that. I'm gonna try to build up some mastery here. Get as many blue beans as we can. Okay, now this is where I'm probably going to lose a lot of money. Hermione gets all of the same damage dealing cards that Harry and Ron get. She just unlocks them much later. Instead, she gets Extremo spells really early on. They kind of put the characters into like their own little archetypes. So Harry earns some decent stamina cards early on, Ron earns some decent Jinx spells early on, and Hermione earns some decent Extremos cards early on. But all of them earn really good stuff from everything near the end of the game. It just takes longer. That Extremos for this round was actually really good. Should end the level, yep. And then we're gonna replay it. Still have to get gold and a lot more. I'm gonna check mastery quickly. Yeah. About halfway on everyone, that's to be expected. This one's kind of wasted. Yeah, okay. That is 2 wasted Extremos. And 1 failed Screwed. Jesus, come on. Yeah, so uncooperative AI is a real problem in this. Oh, one thing that I should mention is when I entered this level, I swapped out one of Hermione's cards for the Dugbog card. The Dugbog card is unlocked as soon as you kill a single Dugbog in the game, and it makes it so that that character no longer can be attacked by that particular enemy. So it makes mastery for that particular enemy much faster. So we're going to be doing that in a couple spots. First here with Dogbogs, and then later on with Urglings as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't work with Mosps. Those are treated differently for some reason. I'm gonna say I wasted that one too. So that's 3. Hermione is not casting on things very well today. Okay, I should be pretty close on Orbis. So this one, I'll just get the gold, and then I'll check to see what mastery is at. We should be close. I'm not there. This is sloppy. Dude, I hate it. Sometimes instead of stunning, they'll just, like, keep running. Dude. I'm not gonna get the gold. Which sucks because I'm really close. Please, quickly. I have to do it again. And yeah, I literally just need the gold. That's like most of this game. Losing time to stupid AI. There we go. There's the gold. Okay, so that one's done. That was... I'd say I'd say that was about average. I wouldn't say it was good, but it was about average. Okay, the character we choose does not matter here, so we're just going to pick Harry. Get Ron and Hermione closer to the block so that we can move them faster. Nope, this one. That was a very good challenge. So long as that stays on, yeah. And we have to do one more. Okay, so there is a single vanishing card also in Moody's challenges. So there's one in each of the 4 main levels and in here. I want to grab this one right at the beginning because it vanishes incredibly quickly. Cool. I have no clue what Ron is trying to do right now. What am I doing next? Earthlings and then bathroom. Okay. Okay, that went well. Okay, so in bathroom, we're gonna have to spend a lot of time farming Earthlings. So, whoops, that's the wrong level. So because of that, I want to have the Earthling card before we go into that. So I'm going to do one of the longest shields in the game now, get it out of the way, and that'll get us an encounter with an Earthling, and that'll get us the Earthling card, which will make the farming a lot easier.
Ah, yes. I think you'll find this next creature interesting.
Interesting? Interesting? There's no way that can be good! Carpe retractum! I think that's anti-move.
I don't think so.
Is anyone else as spooked as I am?
Carpe retractum! Watch out for the darts!
I'm trying to! Pass the jig! Axio! Carpe retractum!
Nope, this one. Left one, thank you.
Carpe retractum!
Yeah, the voice lines are a lot of fun.
There's more of those things!
One of my favorite things in this game is coming up in like 10 seconds. Once I start climbing this tower, listen very carefully.
Ron.
They didn't do it this time. When you climb that tower, the Earthlings will sometimes sing, and like they're singing actual lyrics in English, and it's really creepy. But it's one of my favorite things in this game. I do need to be careful to make sure I grab the right shield here. If I grab the one on the top, it won't count. I'll have to come back and do this level again. Now they're singing. Every time that you collect, there's 10 mini shields hidden in each level, and when you collect all 10 of them, it'll spawn a full-size shield somewhere in the level. The place where it spawns that shield is dependent on where the last mini shield you collect is. So the last mini shield that I collected was on the way to this big shield up here, so it spawns that one in the back. Once I exit the level and re-enter, it'll relocate. I can actually grab it now. I'll show you guys where it shows up. So that shield in the back is now directly on our path. There's nothing quite like shields. Yeah, it's just right here. So that is the mini shield reward. That tells me that I got all 10 of the mini shields in Hogwarts Exterior. Now it's time for bathroom. This will be a little tricky, but I really kind of need to do this level with Hermione. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Okay, we'll see how this goes. This is something that I haven't practiced before, but I think this is the right choice. This was a change that we made to the route like a couple of days ago. I haven't done a full run since.
Well, that did it. Let's find that.
Let's keep going. We might find a way down to it.
They get different cards. Yeah, well, they all get the same set of... Like, you can... They more or less unlock the same cards, but the order that they're unlocked in is different. So, Ron unlocks really good offensive cards early on, while Hermione unlocks Extremos cards really on. So, the build that we need is just that mix of offense and Extremos. And for this particular level, I want Harry and Ron to be the AI, because I need to cast a lot of charms at the end of this level to get mastery. So I want the AI to be doing the simplest task possible, which is just shooting things and killing them. So I need to do this level as Hermione, because her offense... Not because her offense is the weakest, but because the AI is done the strongest. So this might cause a couple of problems in a bit, but it shouldn't be too bad. This will more or less be the last time that I use Hermione in the run, though. Pretty much everything from here out, it's better to just use Ron. I'll use Harry in a couple of spots just where it doesn't matter which character I use. And other than that, it'll all be Ron. If I hug this top wall, I can make it past these Earthlings that spawn down here. They can be a real pain at this part of the level.
Come on, you two!
We're gonna try to get one of these shots right now.
Guardian Leviosa!
Get the other one later on.
Hey! Over there! Beans!
Oh, this is poor timing. Actually, this is fine. It's a little disappointing that I can't use Extremos here on the salamanders, but it's fine. There's other spots where that matters more. Let me try to get this. Nah.
I need your help!
There we go. Yeah, if you stand in just the right spot and look in just the right direction, you can grab that cauldron from behind the bridge, which saves a little bit of time. Because you have to wait for one of the AI to show up anyways. Not the one I wanted. I thought it was alt-tabbed for a second because the control stick wasn't moving Hermione, but I guess she was just stuck or something. My computer will randomly alt-tab for seemingly no reason sometimes. I find it very annoying. It has caused problems in a pretty decent number of speedruns. Where is it? It's down here. Come on. Come on! That's not very good. Props to Ron? That's actually really... Oh, no! They didn't kill it fast enough. It hit the steam. That sucks. Okay, that's a wasted kill, but a wasted kill's better than wasted Extremos. I'll deal with it. Okay, so I'm gonna spend basically the next 10 to 15 minutes here just killing Urklings. I need to kill a ton of them in order to master 2 different spells. What? They're not supposed to be able to... They're hitting Ron. So, at this point, because I have... What? I don't know what's going on. The Urklings won't target me as often because I have an Urkling card equipped, but they can still hit me, so I have to be careful about it. I don't think this card's working at all. That's a little annoying. Okay. Come on, spawn more. I don't think that one counted. So that'll be 4. I'm not happy with how that one went.
Summon the beams with Axio.
That was great!
Brilliant!
L4s and plus. Okay. That sucks. Yeah, but sometimes for some reason the creature cards don't seem to work properly. I don't really understand why it happens. I've had the same thing happen with the Dogbog card and Dogbog F4s. It's... I don't really understand it. I've had times where the cards have definitely helped and times where the cards have definitely done nothing. So it looks like this time it's doing nothing. And that's fine. It just makes this a little more annoying. Yeah, that was definitely about to happen. No. Okay, that was another wasted one. So that puts me at 5 wasted Extremos. Basically, any time that I can't get more than 2 kills off of an Extremos, it's not really... I'm not happy with what had just happened, so... Yeah, it's saving time over not using Extremos, but I could be saving a lot more. About halfway on both, okay. So it looks like this will be a little faster than average, but maybe not by a ton. This guy. One other thing that I've noticed with this is, for some reason, if there's a Urkling with a pumpkin on its head already, the AI won't cast Malephors as frequently. So every time that they successfully cast Malephors, I make sure to hit the one they just killed. Come on.
We've done it!
We've done it!
Brilliant! Wow!
We've done it!
We did it!
Yeah!
We've done it! Pull it!
Brilliant!
That's good!
We did it!
Come on. Come on. Hit this guy. Yeah, and then I'm trying to focus as much as I can on getting Melifor's kills. The Polis kills are a lot easier to get, and I'll have a lot more chances to get them. So it's better to just kind of focus on Melifor's now.
Carpe retract.
We did it!
Come on, Ron, hit it.
Brilliant!
That's great!
Okay, that one was pretty good. Now let me check one more time. Melifor's is done. Okay, so... Okay, I got a plan. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a shield off until the very end of... basically the very end of the run. Oh, I have to remember to get that. Okay. But I'm good on Melifor's now, which is really, really good. That was a good split. Okay, grab this.
Guardian Leviosa.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Guardian Leviosa!
So yeah, I know I mentioned it in the All Shields run. I don't know if I mentioned it here, but when the AI are off screen, they can start teleporting. And sometimes that can happen, and when that happens, it's really nice, and I really wish I could get that in an any percent run, because that would save like 10 seconds. I'm just gonna skip those guys. I'll grind them somewhere else. Okay, and I'll get this shield, and then... I'll do something. I'll do the next level. Oh, what do I think about Potterthon 6 so far? Okay. So, I've been like the head organizer for Potterthon for the last 3 years. I did Potterthon 4 like almost completely on my own. I had a very small amount of help from Nixo with Restream. 5, it was me and Nixo did pretty much the whole thing. So 6 is the first one where I've had like some significant help with Potterthon. So organization went much more smoothly, which I appreciate. We have 3 restreamers instead of 1 or 2 this time, and they're split up, so everybody's a little more comfortable with that now. They're not spending they're not doing like 16-hour shifts, which I think is much more healthy for everyone. So on the organizational side, everything's going really well. For the event itself, I am absolutely blown away. I don't think there's anybody who could have possibly conceived that we'd have made $1,000 in the first day of the event. Like, that's absolute madness. We beat the all-time Potterthon record in like 50 minutes. And you know, it's not all about that. It's I still find that amazing. But there's a lot more to these events than just getting donations and giving stuff to charity. It's a great thing to bring the community together. Yeah, 47 minutes. That is absolute madness. But yeah, the runs have been going smoothly. We haven't had any huge technical issues. Like, there have been a couple of things that I've been a little disappointed with. The layouts, we spent a lot of time getting the layouts looking really nice, and then when we sent them over to the Restream team to get them like put up, a couple of little things are off about the Restreams. Like, there's a box that isn't where it should be, or the donation ticker was randomly vanishing for seemingly no reason. And having put a lot of time into the layouts and getting them to look really nice, those bother me a bit. But those are like nitpicks at this point. They look fantastic. I am really happy about how Potterthon is going. It is really well. Yeah, shout outs to Cinna for making the backgrounds, and then Sake and I worked on getting all of like the text placed and aligned and all that. But yeah, they look really good. I think they look way better than they did last year. I'm thinking I might put out a poll to the community asking for suggestions for next year. Because there have been a few suggestions that people have given so far, and I'd kind of like to get more ideas. If you type !schedule, Nightbot will link it for you. Shit, that was bad. That's fine. Okay. Okay, that was just to get a bit more mastery while I have Extremos available. Cool. Okay, so this is the level with the most annoying enemy in the game, and like everything else, we're gonna have to kill a lot of them, so that won't be for a good while, but yeah. This level can be a pain. It's a lot more difficult in 80% than it is in 100%. We're just so much stronger that things aren't as much of a concern. That I went for what run, Potterthon? Which font? The timer font or
To grow that plant.
the like the font for the runner name and estimate and all that?
Come
The
on!
timer font is literally a Harry Potter font. I don't remember where we found it. Somewhere online. It's just called Harry
Not being a
P.
venomous tentacular
Uh,
here.
The font for the estimate and the runner name and the game and the category and all that is
Careful. Those
I don't know.
long
I think
things.
Cinna found it. It's called SF Collegiate, and I really like how it looks. It's really clean. New NG Plus is New Game Plus.
Very good.
It's a term that's typically used for like some long RPGs. A lot of RPGs, once you finish the game all the way through, you can start the game over from the beginning, but carry over your stats and items and such. We have incorporated that into... A lot of people incorporate that into some speedruns too. So, like, there's 7 Part 2 PC New Game Plus on the schedule. The game just has a New Game Plus. It lets you skip cutscenes. It lets you use spells that you shouldn't normally have. HP2 New Game Plus is a special category that we created a while ago. If you are able to play the game with all spells unlocked, you can beat the game in about 10 minutes. Oh, shoot. That's a mistake. Oh well. I'll get that later.
Very good.
Yeah, that's just something cool we figured we'd add in. Oh, that's really big. Okay, so what just happened there? I just used... So... Yeah. As I mentioned at the beginning of the run, one of the requirements for 100% is we need to kill every enemy with every possible type of spell, at least once in the run. So right there, we just used Inflatus on a Vampire Moss. This spell is incredibly difficult to pull off. It's not completely random, but it's finicky enough that it's basically random. So getting that out of the way really early is a big deal. I now don't have to worry about that for the rest of the run. Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind. Yeah, there were a lot of things I wasn't happy about with Potterthon 4, but especially going into that without any experience with marathon hosting, especially going into that completely on my own, I think it went pretty well. So, Inflatus. So we have to master the spell Inflatus. The way that we master the spell Inflatus is just by killing any enemy with the spell. It doesn't matter which one, or which enemy we kill. We only have to kill an enemy with we only have to kill Moss with Inflatus once. We will be getting all of the rest on, what is it? Salamanders. Oh my god. Oh my god. Please kill this. Okay, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Oh my god, this is the god run. Please, I need to kill this. No! Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. I need one more Ducklifors on this guy, and it's tough to get it. I'm gonna get this out of the arena. These don't actually deal any damage.
Watch out! You're getting burned.
I say the god run, but it's crashed. I got some good Ducklifors with luck. I got pretty good Urkling, pretty good Urkling farm. God run's a little, a little bit of an exaggeration. This isn't a bad run. I don't think it's probably not PB pace, but I desperately need another Ducklifors, so... Come on, Harry. Somebody, please. That's awful. There were questions that were asked that I missed. Can you control what spell is used? Kind of. So the way that the game decides what spell is being cast on an enemy is... Oh my god. Perfect. Okay, so I'm done with Ducklifors. It's over, it's done with. So there are 4 different ways that you can kill enemies, and each of these different ways that you kill them is a different spell. So you can kill an enemy just by jinxing it repeatedly, or you can kill an enemy by jinxing it after or while somebody is using a charm on it. Then on top of that, if the enemy is stunned before you start jinxing it or before you start using a charm, that gives you another set of spells. So, for example, in order to use Ducklifors on a Scroot, the enemy has to be stunned, and then you have to start jinxing it. You get that either by having them dash into a wall. I'm gonna grab this now before I forget it. Or by having them start spewing fire, and then you cast Aqua Erupto on it. Inflatus on a Mosp, because we just had that, I can explain that too. You need to cast a charm on a Mosp while it is not stunned, and then hit it with jinxes. Now, unfortunately, because the AI is so random, it can be hard to control what the AI does, which makes it, you know, difficult to get particular outcomes. So, Scroots, in order to use any special spell, you need 2 of the characters to be casting a charm. So Ducklifors can be very difficult to get. I'm going to use Extremos here just to clear out these moss, because they can be really difficult to deal with. Whoops, I'm not paying attention. If there's any other questions I missed in chat, you can just ask them again, and I'll try to give a decent answer. Some of this stuff is just hard to explain.
It's in there.
Like, I have a good idea of how to
Going to make a big mess.
manipulate the game to give me, like, Inflatus on a Mosp, but explaining it in words is kind of difficult. I still need to get the dragon behind the Boobatuber. I should get that right after I finish this level. I don't want to forget. There's a couple of things in this game that I have forgotten on more than one occasion. We've reached... Wow, that's crazy. And I currently owe the stream $35.
The Earthlings are protected in some countries.
Protected? The only thing that needs protection
I
around
missed
here
a Ducklifors at the beginning of the run, and I have wasted 5 Extremos, so that puts me at 35. I just figured I'd do that. Make something a little more interesting. I'm already past the parts where I'm most concerned about dying a lot. The one thing about... Okay, so HP4... One thing that we say about HP4 a lot is the route really doesn't matter. There's a very small number of things that have to happen in a specific order. Outside of that, everything else can happen in whatever order you want. 100% is that times like 11. There's like 2 things that have to be done in a particular order. Where is this? It's down here. There's like 2 things that have to be done in a particular order, and everything else can be whatever you want. So, there's a route that I usually use, that I usually stick to, just so that I can have splits that are meaningful. I don't have the splits open at the moment, and I don't remember exactly every order in my splits. So, yeah, I'm more or less just winging it at this point. Which sounds kind of ridiculous in a Potterthon, but I mean, I know enough of what I'm doing to make good choices about things. And a lot of the choices I'm making is like, there's a chance I could forget this, so I'm going to get this now instead of where I usually get it. And it won't cost me any time. It should actually save me a bit of time, because now I'm getting Extremos. Nice. I didn't get it. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh my god. I can't believe I just did that. I, like, walked into that shield saying, yeah, I'm doing this now so that I don't forget something, as I'm forgetting to... Oh my god. So, this is gonna waste some extra time. I think it's still gonna be faster to backtrack after getting this than it would be to leave and re-enter. So to explain my stupidity, that's what I forgot to do. There's a single dragon there that I need to hit, and I completely forgot to hit it both times. I literally walked straight into it and didn't grab it, and I feel really stupid. So now I'm gonna go back and grab a different shield. And they closed, dude. That's fine. It's a little annoying, but it's fine. Not for this train wreck. Hey, I've got a tutorial now too, and it is a absolute rambling mess. Between the cauldron and the boober tubers keep them from constantly exploding. Benny was a neat meme that Ted killed. Yeah, Nixo got his start with better any percent, so that was a joke. I think I should have these unlocked. Yep. Okay. When is bunny percent? It's fine. So most of Moody's challenges are time-based. You have to complete them in a certain amount of time in order to get the gold reward. In this one, we have to get a certain number of points. It's impossible, as far as we're aware, to make this timer go any faster. So we need to get 500 points by flinging Boobotubers. And then once we're done, because we'll have some extra time, there are some dragons, and you see those fire geysers in the background. We have to hit all of those with a Jinx. You mean you don't cut your sandwiches into perfect heptagons? Am I the only one? I'd also like to point out that in my casual playthrough, this took like 30 attempts. And now I can get like over 1,000 points. Not over 1,000. I can get a lot. Dodecahedrons. I'll cut a sub sandwich in half just because it's too lengthy to handle. Thirds are where it's at. I mean, I usually try to hit this one too, just in case things go terribly wrong. Also, that one's not gonna hit. Okay, cool. That's 4. That's 6, and the last one is down here. Cool. Now we just have to sit here and wait. Yeah, that can happen. The pus that sprouts out of the Boobotubers when they explode can hit other targets. So, like, the two on the left, the farthest left, the one that I was hitting to get the 500 points, and the one to the right of it, you can hit those both with the same Boobotuber. It's difficult, but it's possible. It's also very random. They're Moody's challenges. They're just challenges to make sure that Harry is competent. I guess. Life has been busy. It should calm down quite a bit now that Potterthon is close to being done. Or now that we're at least into it. This is my last busy weekend for quite a while. Okay, I need to pay attention and concentrate. I can lose a lot of time if I fail this. I might have just failed it. This is gonna be really close. If it can still happen at all. I need to move the next one further down. Ah, I think it's RIP. I need what, 115? That's gonna be very tight. Yeah, that's not happening. If it's 115, it's over. If it's 130, I've got it, but I don't think it's 130. That's fine, that's fine. It's a minute. It happens. It's a hard level. Even if it's 130, I just failed it. 125, so I could have maybe still gotten that, but yeah, that sucks. Oh well. I have absolutely no clue what kind of pace I'm on. This could probably still PB, because I think my PB had a crash in it. This run's felt like it's been pretty good, but I have no way of knowing. Yeah, I can see I know what my time is at this moment, but I don't have anything to compare it to. I'm doing a different route than I did in my PB. I don't have splits open, so I can't see like how far ahead or behind I am. I think I'm quite ahead on mastery, which is nice. That's a lot of time to save. I'm just telling you. I know you're trying to help. This run feels like it's still pretty good. I am using a Xbox One controller. I used a Nintendo Switch Pro controller for a long time, but the Pro controller, for whatever reason, I have a lot of difficulty getting it to connect properly to my computer. And once it is connected, I have a really hard time holding straight up. It doesn't hold up far enough. There's a trick in Quidditch World Cup Campsite that just becomes impossible. It does do USB, but the computer won't recognize it. Like, it used to work fine, but it hasn't. I upgraded to Windows 10, and then the controller just stopped working. I can use it through Steam, so if I'm playing a Steam game, I can use the Pro controller just fine, but other than that, I have to use an Xbox controller. And the Xbox 360 controller I have is garbage because I got it from GameStop. So Xbox One it is. It doesn't really work that way, Jurgen. I tried. And either way, if I can't hold all the way up, it's not worth it. I'll get this one. Don't think I'm forgetting any minis. I don't think I'm forgetting any mushrooms or dragons. Yeah, I was very disappointed that I couldn't use my Pro controller with this game anymore. I don't really like this controller, but it's kind of my only option. Congrats, Sake. I really like the Switch Pro controller. It's, in my opinion, the best controller I've ever used. Oh, I am missing a dragon. Okay. I'm missing the dragon under the screw, or behind the screw. I need Avifors on a screw. I've already got all the Doclifors. I've already got Jinx. I still have to do the bathroom vanishing card, which is also, unfortunately, the hardest one. Well, the problem with co-op is not HP4. It's still Windows. It's Windows not recognizing different controllers well. And then a Parsec meddling with stuff in dumb ways. I don't know if you can hit this from up here, so I'm just gonna run back and grab it. Hello, please hit the dragon. There we go. Well, it recognizes it, but it has a hard time separating them. Like, the problem that Nixo, Liam, and I had when we did our 100% co-op run is it treated Nixo's controller and my controller as having the same like control scheme. So I guess that is HP4. Yeah, I'd be right. HP4 couldn't differentiate between our games or our controllers. Yeah, so we had to learn new control layouts. What are you not surprised about? Oh god, I really hope I'm not missing anything. HP4 has a special program for setting up controllers. The game is, if you play it on a keyboard, all of the controls are like all of the movement is with arrow keys, so we have full analog when we play with the controller. As opposed to just 8-directional. For single-player runs, I think the controller configuration tool is fine. It's all you really need. It would be really nice if we could bind escape and page up, page down to other things, but I can get past that. OBS wasn't at a high enough setting. There's buttons that aren't bound in Quidditch World Cup. That's crazy. Okay, this is the only spot in the run that I'll be doing this. You can damage boost through fire. And I'll do it there, and I'll do it one more time in just a second. To grab the shield. Only half the menu can be controlled. That's what you get for having a tank for a computer. Well, a tank with a smart car inside of it. This is the last thing I'm gonna say about the lags manipulation stuff in HP3. If you're running a stress test for the entire run, then I guess I don't care so much, but being able to turn it on and off at will is like big bad. You use a program designed to find Mersenne primes. That is a stress test. Or you wanted to use a program that is designed to find Mersenne primes. Which I still think is ridiculous that that is actually a thing. One of the go-to programs for high-performance stress testing is a program that just looks for Mersenne primes. And someone's probably going to come in here and yell at me because I'm pronouncing the word wrong. Every time. This boobateur shot really sucks. It's hard to get it to hit both rows of mushrooms in one shot. How well was the program written? Okay, what have I got? 1 shield left in forest, 2 shields left in forest. I still gotta get the mini. Yeah. But there's a difference between a program being optimized for speed and being optimized for computational intensity, I suppose. Not really. Yeah, that shot sucks. All of the ones on the path to Dragon are awful. Dragon next Scroot? I have to get the big Scroot, and I have to get the little dragon statue next to the small Scroot, which I gotta do now. And then I still have to get the mini shield reward. Starting to hurt. Did he get stunned? No. Oh, never mind. I don't want to do that. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No, don't use Aqua Recto. Come on, help me lift him. Shoot. That's bad. I have Extremos, which makes killing this big Scroot really easy. I still need to get Avifors on a Scroot, which is really bad if I can't get it on this one, because this is the only Scroot left in the game. If I can't get this, I have to just come back into the level. And this one's hard to get it on, so I might be in trouble. Okay. Those are out of the way. Now we just need to lift the guy. I think we just got it. I think we're good. I think we got everything. Oh, that's really good. Okay. I think this is on a really good pace. We'll see. We'll see. You might want to jump on and read donations' sake. I don't have the page open. I can't view them. It's probably a little difficult for Zali without getting an echo.
we have a few donations?
Yeah, plenty of time.
All right. So we got a $10 donation from Cookie, who says for dishonor to the French community, most likely from the QWC run. Thank you, Cookie. We have a $50 anonymous donation that just says Wales. We also have a $33.40 donation from Conception, actually. It's like late night crew. Let's break that all-time Potterthon record. Thank you for all the donations, guys.
So I need oh, he left. I'm assuming Wales was spelt like the country and not like the animal. Like the animal. Oh boy. You gotta wonder why are there whales? It's okay. Because it's anonymous, and I have no way of knowing. Wales is an inside joke with a lot of my friends, so regardless of the donator's intention, it gets a snicker out of me. Four. Where's the fifth one? On the left. I know where it is. Grab this. 3, 4. Where's the fifth one? Oh my god, did I skip that one? I mean, I know this game very well. That doesn't mean I remember what I've done in the last 2 hours. I think that's the one I missed. And I can get it right now without losing any time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's number 5? 5. Nope, that's the last one. Okay. I know which one I'm missing. I'm missing the one in the bathroom. Like, in the actual bathroom with the bath and all that jazz. Oh my god, I'm an absolute idiot. I did the left side and then got the wrong one. Okay, I just wasted like a minute. All because I got distracted by the word whales. Good job, dude. Fantastic. Whatever. I don't usually do that one first anyways. I'm not missing anything. I'm still on pace to collect everything. I'm doing things out of order of what I usually do, so I gotta remember to go grab something still. Like, me saying, oh my god, I forgot something, is me actually panicking because I think I might have forgotten something, and I might not know what it is that I've forgotten. Because I've already done that twice this run. I've done that. I did that today. I did that in herbology. I forgot that I'd forgotten a dragon, and it cost me like a minute. So you forgot that I forgot something. Good to know. Oh, Monka S? I guess we don't have it enabled. It is an image of Pepe the Frog, like, trembling because he is nervous. I have to go this way first.
I need help here.
Okay.
Vivica!
Come on, why is the game being dumb? Why is HP4 being dumb? That is a good question. I should look for that answer. FFZ is fantastic. Yeah, it's HP4, what do I expect? I also just found out a couple days ago that you can hide the hype trains. And I am now very happy. HP6 is worse by a mile. HP4 can be frustrating. HP6 is just boring. Okay, time for vanishing card. 5. Count to 5. Count to 5. There we go. Okay, so this vanishing card is actually quite difficult to get. I have to get pretty lucky with these salamanders. I can't stop to kill them. Please, please, please. We are good. Okay, I need a bunch of... Holy shit. I am really far ahead on Extremos. I am disgustingly far ahead on Extremos. This is really... or on Mastery. I need a couple rounds of Lapifors. I need a couple rounds of a Bublio. I'm done with Inflatus. 205. This is really good. Beat world record after a game crash, multiple 1-minute mistakes, without having splits opened, winging the route. I don't know if this is a world record. This might not even PB, but this is good. I'm very happy with this. It's too hard to tell. It's too early. I think in PB I leave bathroom at like 2 hours 13 minutes, but I have more things done after than usual. Yeah, the world record is a 237.
Will you stop going on about beans, Ron?
Okay, I need to take a better look at this. Avifors. Polus needs a bit more Avifors. Abublio. Inflatus is done. Okay, cool. So Inflatus, Abublio, probably a round or two of Lapifors and an Extremos or two of Abublio. And then I still have to do under bathroom, so when I do that, I'll get the last couple of Polus.
Great. Brilliant.
Waiting for 2 more to pop out. Wait, actually I can just do this. I want to do this. Guys, please. Yeah, unfortunately, I really have no idea what my pace is. I feel like it's really good, but I can't tell. Even when you have splits open, the splits don't mean a ton in 100%. Because you can get mastery in so many different places. And I still need a couple of Avifors, so I gotta do one more round of Dogbog Avifors. Avifors. Bublio's done. And I need about 2k for each. 2 to 3k. So I'm gonna kill all of these, put out the fires. I need more fire than this. Nope, beans don't matter. Yeah, as long as I have enough beans to buy all of the cards, beans don't matter. I don't have all the cards unlocked yet, so... No, I have, like, way more than enough. Okay, I'm gonna watch the mastery here. Done with Aquarecto. I need more Orbis. I need Pullus. That's a game crash. Yep, you can reignite those. Caught that one quickly though, so I didn't get stuck. Two crashes. That's about average for HP4. Really, that's nothing crazy. The game's just kind of unstable.
Guardium Leviosa. Axia.
Cool, I've got all the minis.
Carpe retracted. I need your help.
Okay.
Carpe retractum.
Last one's right here. This probably isn't PB pace anymore. I'm still happy with it. It's still, like, definitely gonna meet estimate, which is more than I can ask for with this game.
That's great. Guardium Leviosa. I hate these things. That's good.
Excellent.
The only thing that can still, like, make me miss estimate would be, assuming that I am accurate with what pace I'm on, would be failing second task. And if that happens, that's just how it goes.
That was great.
I still need a fair few pull-us. That missed. I don't think they ever explained that Moody was Barty Crouch in this one.
Great.
Yes.
Success.
Yo.
I still need more Orbis. I wonder if it's worth it here. That's actually probably all I need. No, I need a fair bit more Orbis. A bit of Orbis, bit of Avifors, and I think I'm done with that. Okay. Okay, that's all those. Who would play the games without knowing the story already? Yeah. Yeah. You guys are alright. Let's get both of these now. Okay, can I get the proxy? Nope. Or I'll get it on the second one for some reason. Of course. And then which shovel am I missing? Uh-oh, which shovel am I missing? Did I get this one? Nope, that's the one I missed. Cool. Easy. The red mosps are really big. I don't know if one was bigger than normal. I didn't notice. Every time that they cast Carpe on a Mosp after I've gotten Inflatus, I die a little bit on the inside. Okay, looks like world records not happening. There's too much stuff left. 22 minutes. Second task, third task, and Voldemort are about 13 minutes all put together. So it's still conceivable that I could PB. But world record's not happening. That's fine. There were, you know, game crashes and some pretty hefty mistakes, so... What are you gonna do? And then I'm also not gonna check to see if it's valid until after the run's finished, and if it's not valid, we'll just be done. World record is 237 something. It's a high 237. Definitely beatable, but tricky. It's like a 237.56 or something like that. $59. Okay, 2 more shields in here. Are you kidding me? What are you doing? I'm choking it away. I don't think it was happening anyways, but... This is still a good run. This is still a good run. I can't complain about this. Come on. Can you stop hitting me? There's not enough time, Nixo. I haven't done second task yet. There's not enough time. World records in 13 minutes. Second task, third task, and Voldemort take that long. And I'm still short on Avifors as well. Third Inflatus, yeah. come on. This is not worth... No. Cool, I'll just make sure to put all of 6 runs at 3 AM for Nixo.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Wingardium Leviosa!
Because nobody on the West Coast submitted anything. Shit. And somebody has to stream during this time, so I'd rather it be me. Something's not done yet. You submitted like 1 run. So did Cinna. I'm missing a shield. And I'm still short on Orbis. I'm missing a tap? Am I missing that tap?
Wingardium Leviosa!
Wingardium Leviosa!
Oh, duh, I'm missing this. No, I'm not. Which one am I missing? That's the one I'm missing.
Bivicus!
That's the one I'm missing. I don't know what tap I'm missing. I don't think it's this one, but I know what shield I'm missing.
A beam! It stings!
That's the tap I'm missing. Okay, so I can still 100%. I'm like 90% sure this is the tap I'm missing. Yeah, that's the one.
Give us a hand here, Ron!
Okay.
We've got mastery. I just gotta go get 1 shield in forest. And then we buy cards, and then we finish the game. I never got the mini reward in Forest. Okay. Yeah, so PB's in 10 minutes. I won't get that. So without the crashes, without forgetting the dragon in herbology, without grabbing the wrong shield in bathroom, we might still be short, but we're close. Good mastery this run. I only had to do 2 extra trips on salamanders, which is really nice. But the mastery on Dug Bogs wasn't too great, and there's a lot of room for improvement on Urglings. I had some trouble with herbology block. Took 2 shots to get dragon block, or one of the dragon shields. Urklings was slow. 2 shots to get exterior rooftops. Forest block was bad. Both the return trips and herbology could have been faster. If I had gotten the proxy. I had to redo Moody's challenges, the blocks. It is another minute 40. Vanishing cards were all fine. Moss Farm wasn't great. It took a while to get going. I alt-tabbed. I don't know how that happened, but it happened. Can't think of any other big mistakes. Block skip was bad. The block landed sideways, and then I fell off the block once. So a lot of room for improvement, but getting sub 250 in a marathon is something that's pretty nice. I'll take that. Yeah, for a run that can be as brutal as this one, that's pretty nice. I'm content with that. There's it's hard for me to not be content with a run after doing 6DS yesterday. 250, yep. Yeah, definitely top 5, because 5th place is, I think, Cat's like 301. Yeah, the only thing that's stopping me from getting... that could possibly stop me from getting sub 250 at this point is if, for some reason, I haven't killed every enemy with every spell. But, I'm pretty sure I've gotten them all. Scroot Avifors is the one that I'm a little concerned about. I have not yet gotten Inflatus on a Scroot, but I will be getting that during the 3rd task. It is the only spell that you can kill the 3rd task Scroots with. $100 people watching HP4 DS 100 or HP4 PC 100%. Say goodbye to world record. Okay, there's gold. It looked like I got it, but it was really like late into the animation, so it might have shown the animation but not counted it. I think I got it too, but I'm not sure. Well, a lot of EU people are waking up at this point, so... Yep, I'll check once I buy all the rest of the cards. I'll take the second to look at them, make sure I got 100%. This can't PB, so I really don't mind. Yep, time is on the first orange frame of the statue explosion.
Hurry! Run!
I got Inflatus on the moss 3 times. It better have counted at least once. First Scroot in the game was Jinx, so we already got that. And I'll do my best to try to one-cycle Voldemort. It's difficult, though. Let's see what I can do. Okay, so we need to get both of these Scroots to run into a wall. The one on the right, we can't really get it to run into a wall neatly, so we're just gonna kind of make it run out of the way. Never mind. This is bad. Nah, this is fine. Cool, that just got us Inflatus. Okay, that kind of sucks. Tried something new, it didn't work. What? He didn't stick this time.
Together.
Okay, now we have to buy cards. This part kind of sucks. What did I just do? I pressed back too many times. Pressed it too many times. Come on. No. Got him. Buy all would be wonderful. It would save us like a minute and a half.
Cedric, get back to the cup. Now!
I'm not.
Cool, we got everything. It's valid.
Kill the spare. No! Avada Kedavra! Harry Potter.
This game doesn't even have audio options. You have to use a completely separate program in order to use a controller.
Come on, Harry. Let's see what schoolboy spells you have up your sleeve. I'm going to destroy you, Harry. Oh, well done, Harry. Only Dumbledore can see you now. Come on, Harry. It's your turn It's not easy, is it, Harry? That's the stuff, Harry. Your parents are big proud. I thought you'd been all kind of fuel, Harry. You can't hide, Harry.
Yeah, Ricochet Jinx makes this kind of a joke.
Really, Harry, that's the best you
Which
can do.
one's... There's one that's stuck somewhere. Nope, the cutscene just took a while.
Mother would be proud. No! I want to see the light! Avada Kedavra!
I want to see the light.
Don't touch him! Do nothing unless I command you!
Okay.
Bow to death, Harry. Ow! Ouch! More pain, Harry. Your mother can't help you now, Harry.
Rip one cycle. You can still get like 1.5.
Leave him to me. Whoa! You don't want me to do that again. Whoa!
Time. Cool.
I can't see him.
So yeah, quite a bit off PB, quite a bit off world record. But made estimate by a
Stun him.
respectable margin.
Harry, Harry.
He's back. Voldemort's back.
With dark
Couple of
difficult times
really stupid mistakes in there, but
between what is right and what is easy. Should you ever
yeah,
waver,
that was a pretty solid run.
remember Cedric.
I'll take that.
A boy who was kind and brave.
Just nerfed the Hufflepuff Quidditch team. He just killed the only Seeker that ever beat Harry. It was an inside job.
No matter how convincingly you tell the story of what happened tonight, few will believe that Voldemort has returned. But tell the story you must.
He killed Batman. Well, I guess that's it for this game. I'll hand it back over for the next run. I guess that's Nixo's 7 Part 2? I'm not sure what the schedule is at this point. But yeah, thanks guys.